about 4 years ago, it was the summer after my freshman year of college, I decided to go out and work at camp in Northern California called the JH Ranch. And while I was there, I met Thomas Blackman, who I'd known was involved with Bethel and with the healing rooms. And that whole summer, I just really experienced a lot of the goodness of God. I saw the Lord move in ways that I hadn't seen Him move before, personally, and then in other ways through different people that I was able to participate in, whether it was praying for them or just seeing God touch them in very powerful ways. And so experiencing God in a very tangible manner kind of became something that linked me and Thomas together. And through the remainder of the summer, we just became really close, and he was able to be kind of a big brother in my life. And we continued to stay friends for the next 2 or 3 years or so. And about 3 years after that first summer, we were just kind of having a family time in my room, or in our living room back home in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And my parents were there, and my older brother was there, and we were just kind of chatting as a family. And it was on a Saturday morning, and I was texting Thomas just to kind of get some updates from the healing rooms, just to get some encouraging words to share with the family. And he sent me some back of some different ailments that had been healed, that had been touched, and one of which was a problem in the arches of feet. And so he asked, just see if anybody in your family has this issue. And I did, and my dad, turns out, had some sort of knot in the bottom of his foot, right on the arch. And it wasn't extremely painful, but it was to the point where it was a nagging problem where he would have to wear shoes. Even if he was inside, he'd have to double up his socks, and it felt like he was stepping on a stone every time he would walk. So he's a big time tennis player, whatever. He liked to play tennis locally, and whenever he would do that, it'd be a little bit painful, and again, he'd just have to double up with the socks and whatnot. And so we just start praying for my dad, and he begins to get touched by the Lord. And Caleb, my older brother, is just really blessing him, and we're just praying for him, ministering to him. And the knot on his foot just starts getting smaller and starts getting softer, not as tough. And my dad just begins to really respond emotionally, because he's walking around now, testing it out. He's seeing that what's going on is legitimate, and he just begins to cry. And then the whole family just begins to kind of get a little emotional, just to watch our father respond in that way, and to watch, had seen God touch him in such a real tangible way, was something that was definitely impactful and life-changing. And for my dad's life in particular, it was just something that he was able to really hold on to and take hold of as he continued along, and just believing God for the miraculous, or believing that God's good. Up to that point, he had, for maybe a month prior to this experience, he had really started buying into all of it, and was just really getting touched by the Lord, and God was definitely moving in his heart in very real ways. And then again, just to have it happen to his own foot, where he's getting healed himself, was just a special thing. And just since then, it's been maybe a year or so ago now, he's continued to believe it. Now when he talks in churches, he'll invite folks down and pray for the sick, and he's just experiencing freedom and stuff like he never has before. So it's been really special, and it was definitely something that impacted his life.